declare these proceedings in quorum.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Abrigada. Considering that we have quorum, we will now proceed with the meeting. Our agenda for today is the following. We have the pre-bid conference of 18 civil works projects under the following. Contract ID number 25K00141, road widening, primary roads, Maharlika Highway, Malabang-Dobleston-Tukuran Road, Llano del Norte, with an ABC of 29,877,365 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00142, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Cagayan de Oro Diversion Road, Junction Balubal-Sayre, Highway-Pueblo de Oro, City Old Airport Road, Diversion Road, Package Street to Cagayan de Oro City, with an ABC of 144,750,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00143, retrofitting, strengthening of permanent bridges, New Batangan Bridge, B01657MN, along Kapalong-Talaingod-Valencia, Bukidnon Road, with an ABC of 9,650,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00144, construction of junction, Sari Highway, Aglayan, Basak Road, Alanib section, Kinate Road, Bukidnon Package to Bukidnon, with an ABC of 193 million pesos. Contract ID number 25K00145, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Misamis Oriental-Bukidnon Bypass Road, PHIVIDEC-Alae, Package 6, Misamis Oriental, with an ABC of 43,425,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00146, construction of bypass and diversion roads, CDOC, Iligan Hinterland Road, Junction CDO, Kibaritan Road, and Solihon Junction, IBR, Ogongon, Iligan City, altering the road, package 19, with an ABC of 241,250,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00147, construction of junction Bukidnon, Davao City Road, the junction Kiburiao, Kitaw-Taw Road, San Jose, Salirac, San Isidro, Manoto, Binsamungan, Kiburiao section, package 4 Bukidnon, with an ABC of 96,500,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00148, preventive maintenance, tertiary road, Sambuangita Road, K1544 plus 119 to K1549 plus 109, K1554 plus 462 to K1555 plus 000, K1556 plus 000 to K1557 plus 029, K1564 plus 146 to K1565 plus 00, K1569 plus 187 to K1570 plus 000. Bukidnon with an ABC of 158,549,500 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00149, construction of multipurpose building, Bayang-Bayang, Llano del Sur, with an ABC of 7,425,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00150, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Lumbak, Tugaya, Llano del Sur, with an ABC of 7,425,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00151, construction of multipurpose building, Madamba, Llano del Sur, with an ABC of 7,425,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00152, construction of multipurpose building, Malabang, Llano del Sur, with an ABC of 22,275,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00153, widening of permanent bridges, Kabaturan, parallel bridge along Maharlika Highway, Cotabato, Malabang, Llano del Norte Road, with an ABC of 57,900,000 pesos. Re-invitation to bid. Also with the following projects, contract ID 25K00052, construction of two-story military barracks building type 1, 52nd Engineering Brigade, Camp Natividad, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, Phase 2, with an ABC of 28,950,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00071, rehabilitation major repair of permanent bridges, Ramitan Bridge, B02102MN, along Maharlika Highway, Cotabato, Malabang, Llano del Norte Road, with an ABC of 14,475,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00078, construction of Barangay Wagu Road, Lumbayanagi, Llano del Sur, with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25K00099. Construction of Malal Lawasig River Flood Control and Slope Protection, Barangay Bubong, Ramain Bubong, Lanao del Sur, with an ABC of 93,605,000 pesos. And contract ID number 24K00514. Construction of 3-story 12 classrooms, school building in Tagalongan National High School, Wao, Lanao del Sur, with an ABC of 41,790,000 pesos. We will now request the resource persons from the Planning and Design Division to start the discussion of the aforementioned projects.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Planning and Design, Lana del Sur Cluster, I'm Shenit Aguilando. I'll be presenting one school building for this pre-bidding conference for FY 2024 various infrastructure projects. With contract ID 24K00514, project name construction of 3-story 12 classroom school building in Pagalungan National High School, Wao, Lanao del Sur. Contract duration of 190 calendar days. Location, Lanao del Sur. Appropriation cost of 41,895,000 pesos with an ABC of 41.79 million. CNC still ongoing. Fund source 011011101. Regular Agency Fund, General Fund. New General Appropriation specific budget of national government agencies with sub-allotment number SR 2024-10-1001-9985. Shown is the location map, the perspective, the ground floor plan, the second floor plan, the third floor plan, the roof deck floor plan. Then shown is the bill of quantities including Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthworks, Part D, reinforced concrete, Part E, finishing and other civil works, Part F, electrical, and Part G, mechanical. For the manpower requirements, we need at least 31 personnel to complete the project. Shown is the minimum equipment requirement. We need at least 15, 5 for the major equipment and 10 for the minor equipment, with the inclusion of material testing equipment based on DO11 series of 2017. The status of submittal, PAO, DED, and BUQ are already approved. Shown is the approved cover page of the project. Thank you. That's for FY 2024, sir.
Any questions? If there is none, next project. Thank you, Engineer Tagilando.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Engineer Trixie Inrina from Planning and Design, Lanao del Sur Cluster, and I will be presenting two projects for this pre-bid conference. For our first project with a contract ID of 25K00078, construction of Barangay Huago Road, Lambayanagi, Lanao del Sur. Project location, Lanao del Sur, scope of work, construction of concrete road, source of fund, FY 2025 NEP, appropriation of 5 million with an ABC of 4,950,000 with a contract duration of 60 calendar days, and the ACC status of this project is ongoing application based on DO number 159 series of 2022, implementation of the Social and Environmental Management System Operations Manual. Shown is the site development plan of the project, the typical roadway section. For bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthwork, Part D, sub-basin base course, and Part E, surface courses. For the minimum equipment requirements, we need a total of 15, and take note that the license classification of this project is at least small b. Shown is the Department Order 11 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Department Order 80 series of 2016, mandatory use of joint sealer equipment, machine for sealing joints on concrete pavements. For small contractors, for the manpower requirements, we need a total of 27 number of personnel to complete this project, and the status of submittals for this project are already approved. And shown is the approved cover page of the project plan.
Any questions? Next project.
For our second project with a contract ID of 25K00141, road widening, primary roads, Maharlika Highway, Malabang-Dobleston-Tukuran Road, K1980 plus 969 to K1981 plus 240, and then K1981 plus 430 to K1981 plus 608, K1981 plus 875, to K1982 plus 324. Project location, Lanao del Sur, scope of work, road widening, source of fund, FY 2025 NEP, appropriation of 30,961,000 with an ABC of 29,877,365 pesos, with a contract duration of 120 calendar days, and the ECC status of this project is ongoing application based on DO number 159 series of 2022. Shown is the site development plan of the project, the typical roadway section. For bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthwork, Part D, sub-basin base course, Part E, surface courses, and Part H, miscellaneous structures. For the minimum equipment requirements, we need a total of 19. Take note that the license classification of this project is at least medium A. Shown is the Department Order 11 series of 2017, Department Order 80 series of 2016, and for medium contractors. For the manpower requirements, we need a total of 62 number of personnel, and the status of submittals for this project are already approved. And shown is the approved cover page of the detailed engineering design plan of the project.
Engineer Andrina, you should always present the material source map because that is a very important information for the prospective bidders.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Questions? There is none. Thank you, Andrina. Next project.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Engineer Mario Viganto from Planning and Design Lanao del Sur Cluster, and I'll be presenting 3 projects in this pre-bid conference. For the first project, we have contract ID 25K00071, Remitan Bridge B02102MN along Maharlika Highway, Cotabato, Malabang-Lanao Norte Road, with project location Lanao del Sur. Scope of work, rehabilitation, major repair of permanent bridges. Source of fund, FY 2025 NEP, with appropriation of 15 million pesos, an ABC of 14,475,000 pesos. The contract duration of 150 calendar days. Shown is the location plan of the project, the general plan, the general elevation. For the bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthwork, Part F, bridge construction, Part H, miscellaneous structures. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have a subtotal of 19 for the minor equipment and subtotal of 15 for the major equipment, for a total of 34. In compliance with DO 11 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment and the technical component of the bid. The license classification of the project is small b. Minimum material testing equipment for small contractors. The list of contractors, major construction, and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. For the manpower requirements, the project requires at least 32 personnel to complete the project. For status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and LUPA, as well as the DED plan and backup quantities are already approved. Shown is the approved DED cover page.
Questions? Okay, next.
For the next project, we have contract ID 25K00099, construction of Malalawa-Sayre River Flood Control and Slow Protection, Barangay Bubong Ramain, Bubong Lanao del Sur, with project location Lanao del Sur, scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure, source of fund FY 2025 NEP, with appropriation of 97 million pesos, and ABC of 93,605,000 pesos. The contract duration of 390 calendar days. The location plan of the project, the typical section with stairs. For the bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part D, reinforced concrete, Part LA, earthwork, Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have a subtotal of 8 for the minor equipment, a subtotal of 14 for the major equipment, for a total of 22, in compliance with DO 11 series of 2017. The license classification of project is medium A. For medium contractors, for the manpower requirements, the project requires at least 38 personnel to complete the project. For status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and LUPA, as well as the DED plan and backup quantities are already approved. Shown is the approved DED cover page of the project.
Questions? None. Okay, next.
For the last project, we have contract ID 25K00153, Kabaturan Parallel Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Cotabato, Malabang, Lanao del Norte Road, with project location Lanao del Sur, scope of work, construction of bridge, source of fund FY 2025 NEP, with appropriation of 60 million pesos, an ABC of 57,900,000 pesos, and a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Shown is the location plan of the project, the general plan, general elevation. For the bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthwork, Part D, sub-base and base course, Part E, surface courses, Part F, bridge construction, Part G, drainage law protection structures, Part H, miscellaneous structures. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have a subtotal of 10 for the minor equipment and a subtotal of 19 for the major equipment, for a total of 29. In compliance with DO 11 series of 2017, the license classification of the project is medium A. For medium contractors, for the manpower requirements, the project requires at least 47 personnel to complete the project. Status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and LUPA, as well as the DED plan and backup quantities are already approved. Shown is the approved DED cover page of the project. That will be all. Thank you.
Okay. Again, Engineer Giganto, you must present the map for the material sources
Noted, sir.
next time. Questions? Okay, next project.
Good afternoon once again. I'll be presenting for multi-purpose building for this pre-bidding conference for FY 2025 various infrastructure projects. Starting with 25K00149, construction of multi-purpose building Bayang Llano del Sur. Contract duration of 129 calendar days. Location Llano del Sur. Appropriation cost of 7.5 million with an ABC of 7,425,000 million pesos. CNC still ongoing. Fund source FY 2025 at 5 based on NEP. Shown is the location map, Bayang Llano del Sur. The perspective, the ground floor plan, the bill of quantities including Part A facilities for the engineer, Part B other general requirements, Part C earthworks, Part D reinforced concrete, Part E finishing and other civil works, and Part F electrical. For the manpower requirements, we need at least 27 personnel to complete the project. Status of submittal, PAO, DED, and BUQ were already approved. Shown is the approved cover page of the DED of the project.
The material test equipment,
Ay, wala na show.
wala ni mo ma-appeal.
Ang katong minimum equipment requirements, sir.
Yes, always include that. That is covered by DO 11. Questions?
Ay, nata di ay, sir.
Ang katungkan ba?
Kani ang minimum equipment requirements, sir, na
Okay, pero i-plus kaya pa nimo tong
material
katong
testing.
kana, okay.
Next is 25K00150, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Lumbak, Tugaya, Llano del Sur. Contract duration of 129 calendar days. Location Llano del Sur. Appropriation of 7.5 million pesos. ABC of 7.425 million pesos. CNC still ongoing. Fund source FY 2025 based on NEP. As shown is the location map, Barangay Lumbak, Tugaya, Llano del Sur. The perspective of the project. The ground floor plan. The bill of quantities including Part A facilities for the engineer, Part B other general requirements, Part C earthworks, Part D reinforced concrete, Part E finishing and other civil works, and Part F electrical. For the manpower requirements, we need at least 27 to complete the project. Status of submittal, PAO, DED, and BUQ were already approved. Then shown is the approved cover page of the DED of the project. And the minimum equipment requirement, we need at least 12, 4 for the major equipment and 8 for the minor equipment with the inclusion of material testing equipment based on DO 11 series of 2017.
Questions? Okay, next.
Next is 25K00151, construction of multipurpose building, Madamba, Llano del Sur. Contract duration of 129 calendar days. Location Llano del Sur. Appropriation cost of 7.5 million pesos. And ABC of 7.425 million pesos. CNC still ongoing. Fund source FY 2025 based on NEP. Shown is the location map. The perspective of the project. The ground floor plan. For the bill of quantities, in Part A for facilities for the engineer, Part B other general requirements, Part C earthworks, Part D reinforced concrete, Part E finishing and other civil works, then Part F electrical. For the manpower requirements, we need at least 27 personnel to complete the project. Status of submittal, PAO, DD, and BUQ were already approved. Shown is the approved cover page of the deed of the project. For the minimum equipment requirement, we need at least 12, 4 for the major equipment and 8 for the minor equipment, with the inclusion of material testing equipment based on DO11 series of 2017.
Questions? Okay, next.
Last is 25K00152, construction of multipurpose building, Malabang, Lanao del Sur. Contract duration of 195 calendar days. Location, Lanao del Sur. Appropriation cost of 22.5 million pesos with an ABC of 22.275 million pesos. CNC still ongoing. Fund source FY 2025 based on NEP. Shown is the location map, the perspective of the project, the ground floor plan, bill of quantities with the inclusion of Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthworks, Part D, reinforced concrete, Part E, finishing and other civil works, Part F, electrical, and Part G, mechanical. For the manpower requirements, we need at least 31 personnel to complete the project. Status of submittal, PAO, DED, and BUQ were already approved. Then shown is the approved cover page of the project. Then for the minimum equipment requirement, we need at least 12, 4 major equipment and 8 minor equipment, to the inclusion of material testing equipment based on DO11 series of 2017. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Tagilando. Again, in your next presentations, pangyapon na, present the quarry material source map.
Noted on that, sir.
The next project.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Planning Design Division, Bridges Design Unit, I am Engineer Bianca Algabetano, and I will be presenting 2 bridge projects for this pre-bid conference. To start with, Project ID 25K00142 with the following project details. Project name: Construction of Bypass and Diversion Roads, Cagayan de Oro Diversion Road, Junction Balubal-Sayre Highway-Pueblo de Oro, CDO Old Airport Road Diversion Road, Package 22, Cagayan de Oro City, located at Cagayan de Oro City with project IDP 009-10192 MN, with a scope of work of CW1 construction of concrete bridge under FY 2025 based on National Expenditure Program, with appropriation of 150 million pesos and approved budget for the contract of 144,750,000 pesos. Its contract duration, 330 calendar days, equivalent to 11 months, including Sundays, national holidays, and minimum rainy days. Please be informed that the application for the environmental compliance certification is ongoing based on Department Order number 159 series of 2022, with a subject implementation of the Social and Environmental Management System Operations Manual. Presented is the location map of the project, the topographic plan, the general plan, the general elevation, the typical section for the abutments, and the typical section for the piers. Also presented is the map for the material sources located near the project site. For the bill of quantities, the following items are divided into various parts. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part F, bridge construction. Part G, drainage and slope protection structure. Part H, miscellaneous structures. For the approaches, Part C, earthwork. Part D, sub-base and base course. Part E, surface courses. Part G, drainage and slope protection structure. For the minimum equipment requirement, this project will require at least 26 major equipment, 14 minor equipment, for a total of 40 equipment, with the inclusion of the material testing equipment and joint sealer equipment. Based on the 011 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Presented is the sample format for the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. For the minimum pickup license, this project will require at least size range large A and license category AA. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project will require at least 82 personnel to complete the project. For the summary of submittals, please be informed that the PAO, ABC, DUPA, and DED plan are already approved.
Questions? Okay, next.
Contract ID 25K00143 with the following project details: retrofitting and strengthening of permanent bridges, New Batangan Bridge, B01657 MN along Kapalong-Talaingod-Valencia Bukidnon Road, located at Valencia Bukidnon with a project ID P009099979 MN with a scope of work of CW1 retrofitting or strengthening of bridge under FY 2025 based on National Expenditure Program with appropriation of 10 million pesos and approved budget for the contract of 9,650,000 pesos. Its contract duration 105 calendar days, equivalent to 3.5 months, including Sundays, national holidays, and minimum rainy days. Please be informed that the application for the environmental compliance certification is ongoing in reference to the Department Order number 159 series of 2022 with the subject implementation of the Social Environmental Management System Operations Manual. Presented is the location map of the project, the topographic plan, the general plan, the CFS layout plan, patching plan, and patching section, the typical girder elevation. Also presented is the map for the material sources located near the project site. For the bill of quantities, the following items are divided into various parts. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part F, bridge construction. For the minimum equipment requirement, this project will require at least 1 major equipment and 9 minor equipment for a total of 10 equipment with the inclusion of the material testing equipment set under Department Order number 11 series of 2017 with the subject inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Presented is the sample format for the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability. For the minimum pickup license, this project will require at least size range small b and license category C and D. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project will require at least 29 personnel to complete the project. For the summary of submittals, please be informed that the PAO, ABC, DUPA, and DED plan are already approved. Presented is the approved cover page of the DED plan.
Okay, questions? None. Next project. Okay, thank you, Engineer Gabitano.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Engineer Cristalay Calagra from Highways Design Section under Planning and Design Division. So for today's pre-bidding conference, I'll be presenting 5 projects for FY 2025. For the first project, we have 25K00144 construction of Junction Sayre Highway Aglayan, Basak Road, Alanib section, Kinate Road, Bukidnon, Package 2. It is located in Valencia, Bukidnon with the scope of work CW1 construction of gravel road with a source of fund from FY 2025 National Expenditure Program, and it has an appropriation of 200 million pesos with an ABC of 193 million pesos. This project has a contract duration of 345 calendar days, including Sundays, national holidays, and rainy days based on DO number 44 series of 2012. It has an ongoing application for the ECC status based on DO number 159 series of 2022, which is the implementation of the Social and Environmental Management System Operations Manual. Shown is a site development plan of the project. Next is a typical roadway section. And next, here are the quarry sources near the project location. We have here the bill of quantities for CW1 construction of gravel road. For this project, we have a total of 12 required equipment, 11 for the major equipment, and 1 for the minor equipment, including the material testing equipment based on DO11 series of 2017. For the license specification, the contractor must be at least large A. DO11 series of 2017 refers to the inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Next, the shown is the minimum equipment requirements for the medium contractors. Next is for the large contractors. And we have here the format for the list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. For the manpower requirements, this project requires 47 personnel, including the project engineer based on DO148 series of 2024 and materials engineer based on DO98 series of 2016. DO148 series of 2024 refers to the guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of the contractors and consultants project engineers. Next, DO98 series of 2016 refers to the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors or consultants materials engineers. Lastly, for the status of submittals, PAO ABC and DUPA, including the DED plan and backup, are already approved. Shown is the approved DED plan of the project.
Okay, DO148 is presently amended regarding the requirement of the construction engineers of the accreditation of project engineers for the contractors. So maybe imo to i-clarify dito as amended by DO 46 man siguro, 2024. Project engineer, accreditation of project engineers for contractors, consultants.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Questions? So next project.
For the next project, we have 25K00148 construction of bypass and diversion roads, Misamis Oriental-Bukidnon, bypass road, PHIVIDEC-Alae, package 6, Misamis Oriental. It is located in Misamis Oriental with a scope of work CW1, preventive maintenance of road, asphalt overlay, CW2, off-carriageway improvement, paving of shoulders, and road acquisition. It has a source of fund from FY 2025 National Expenditure Program with an appropriation of 50 million pesos, which is divided in two components, CW1, 45 million pesos, and for the row, 5 million pesos. It has an ABC of 43 million and 425,000 pesos. This project has a contract duration of 135 calendar days, including Sundays, national holidays, and rainy days. It has an ongoing application for the ECC status. Next is the site development plan of the project. Next, we have the typical roadway section and the quarry sources near the project location. We have here the bill of quantities for CW1 preventive maintenance of road asphalt overlay. Then we have bill of quantities for CW2 of carriageway improvement paving of shoulders. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have a total of 39 equipment, 25 for the major equipment, and 14 for the minor equipment. For the license classification, the contractor must be at least medium A. Also, for the minor equipment, this includes the mechanized joint sealer equipment based on DOAT series of 2016, which is about the mandatory use of joint sealer equipment machine for sealing joints on concrete pavements. Next, the manpower requirements for this project requires a total number of 47 number of personnel. Lastly, for the status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and DUPA, including the DD plan and backup, are already approved. Shown is the approved DED plan.
Okay, questions? Next project.
For our third project, we have 25K00146, construction of bypass and diversion roads, CDOC Iligan Hinterland Road, Junction CDO Kibaritan Road, Dansolihon Junction, Iligan Bukidnon Road, Rogongon, Iligan City, Alternate Road, Package 19. It is located in Iligan City with a scope of work CW1 construction of gravel road. It has a source of fund from FY 2025 National Expenditure Program with an appropriation of 250 million pesos and an ABC of 241 million and 250,000 pesos. This project has a contract duration of 390 calendar days, including Sundays, national holidays, and rainy days. It has an ongoing application for the ACC status. Shown is the site development plan of the project. Next is a typical roadway section and the quarry sources near the project location. We have here the bill of quantities for CW1 construction of gravel road. And for the minimum equipment requirements, we have a total of 12 number of equipment, 11 for the major equipment, and 1 for the minor equipment. For the license classification, the contractor must be large B. For the manpower requirements, this project requires a total number of 47 number of personnel. And lastly, for the status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and DUPA, including the DED plan and backup, are already approved. Next is the approved DED plan.
Okay, questions? None. Next.
Next, we have 25K00147, construction of Junction Bukidnon Davao City Road to Junction Kiburiao Kitaw-Taw Road, San Jose, Minsalirak, San Isidro, Manuto, Minsamongan, Kiburiao section, package 4, Bukidnon. It is located in Quezon, Bukidnon, with a scope of work CW1 construction of gravel road and CW2 construction of road slope protection structure. It has a source of fund from FY 2025 National Expenditure Program with an appropriation of 100 million pesos and an ABC of 96 million and 500,000 pesos. This project has a contract duration of 330 calendar days, including Sundays, national holidays, and rainy days. That's an ongoing application for the ACC status. Shown is a site development plan of the project. Next is the typical roadway section. And the quarry sources near the project location. We have here the bill of quantities for CW1 construction of gravel road and CW2 construction of road slope protection structure. For this project, we have a minimum equipment requirements of 12 equipment, 11 for the major equipment, and 1 for the minor equipment. For the license classification, the contractor must be at least medium B. This project requires a total of 47 number of personnel. Lastly, for the status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and DUPA, including the DED plan and backup, are already approved. Shown is the approved DED plan.
Okay, questions? Next.
For our last project, we have 25K00148 001 ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, preventive maintenance, tertiary roads, Junction Sayre Highway, Aglayan, Zamboanguita Road, K1544 plus 119 to K1549 plus 109, K1554 plus 462 to K1555 and K1556 to K1557 plus 029. K1564 plus 146 to K1564 plus 841.53. This project is located in San Fernando, Bukidnon, with a scope of work CW1 preventive maintenance of road asphalt overlay with a source of fund from FY 2025 National Expenditure Program with an appropriation of 164,300,000 pesos. It has an ABC of 158,549,500 pesos. This project has a contract duration of 210 calendar days, including Sundays, national holidays, and rainy days. It has an ongoing application for the ACC status. Shown is a site development plan of the project. Next is the typical roadway section and the quarry sources near the project location. We have here the bill of quantities for CW1 preventive maintenance of road asphalt overlay. And for the minimum equipment requirements, this project requires a total number of 23 equipment, 14 for the major equipment, and 9 for the minor equipment. For the license classification, the tractor must be at least large A. Next, for the manpower requirements, this project requires a total number of 35 personnel. And lastly, for the status of submittals, PAO, ABC, and DUPA, including the DED plan and backup, are already approved. Shown is the approved DED plan of the project. That concludes my presentation.
Okay, questions? Okay, if there is none, thank you, Engineer Lagra.
Yes, sir.
For the prospective bidders, the receipt of bids will be on January 8, 2025 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and the opening of bids will be at 10 a.m. on the same date, January 8, 2025 at the bidding room, second floor, Old Administrative Building and Office of the Regional Director, DPWH Regional Office 10 at Bulwa, Cagayan de Oro City. Ano pa isa? We still have one. Asa nga yung number? 52. Okay. So we still have one. Contract ID number 35K00152.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Engineer Andrea Batar, and for this pre-bid conference, I will be presenting one building project. For the project with the contract ID 25K00 052 with the project name Construction of Two-Story Military Barracks Building Type 1, 52 EBDE, Camp Natividad, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, Phase 2, with the location Camp Natividad, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, with an appropriation of 30 million pesos and an EBC of 28,950,000 pesos. Fund source of FY 2025 with a contract duration of 270 calendar days or 9 months. Shown are the location plan, vicinity map, site development plan, ground floor plan, second floor plan, and the perspective of the project. For the bill of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthwork, Part D, reinforced concrete, Part E, finishing and other civil works, Part F, electrical, and Part G, mechanical. For the minimum manpower requirement, we have at least 24 number of personnel. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 for major equipment and 6 for minor equipment, with a total of 7. For the minimum contractor size range, we have at least medium A and a license category of at least B. Shown are the minimum testing materials for small contractors, medium contractors, and large contractors. Shown is a list of the contractor's major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract. For the summary of submittals, the PAO, ABC, DUPA, DED are approved. Shown is the cover page of the approved DED. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, any questions? There is none. Thank you, Engineer Batar. So the dropping of bids will be on the January 8, 2029 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and the opening of bids will be in the same date at 10 a.m. Bidding room, second floor, old administrative building and office of the regional director, DPWH Regional Office 10 at Bulwak, Cagayan, de Oro City. The prospective bidders are reminded to update their field job certificate of platinum registration along with the other requirements in order to be eligible. For more information, you may visit the procurement office at DPWH 10 Bulwak, Cagayan, de Oro City. So this ends our pre-bid conference. Any motion to adjourn this meeting? As moved and seconded, this pre-bid conference is now adjourned. Thank you. Happy New Year. Wa naman. Ako po yung